That looks crooked, but it's actually straight as it could be. Hello, Brandon. Welcome to where the season 2019 ending of Watch Me Suck at Bowling was recorded. Leda Lanes, Nashua, New Hampshire. It was to be at Lefty's to give them a second chance, but they were closed even though they said they were open. And this place isn't that far away. The only spoiler I'll give you is the strike streak still lives on, and that's about all I will tell you. So, the thing that sucks about the automatic scoring here is I don't know what game I'm on, so I know I did 4 Watch Me Sucks, and I do a dozen usually. So what I did is I have 8 house balls you can't see on the side. Bowling there Sunday. Good luck, Casey. Hope you do well. I got 8 house balls that are in there. For every game I finish, I will put one in the holder down there. That way I'll keep track, because it is getting a little late, and this is a little bit of a haul from home. Not too bad. So let's see how it goes. And it wasn't too bad, I'll say that much. Now that I said that, time to jinx it. Oh, but before we do that, there's one thing I forgot to do, and it is somewhat critical, is I gotta put the battery pack on the phone so it won't die. This will not take very long. In fact, I just need to plug in the power, then plug it into the phone, and there we go. We should be fine now. Hey everybody, it's our friend Bob Caleri. Hi Bob. Let's see if we can get rid of him. He's very stubborn. I tried. In fact, I'm going to move this a little bit. I think that's okay. Exactly. I think that's all right. It's nice to have slide. Well, according to Gary from Putnam Street, apparently it might have been the shoes that were bad because somebody else bowled on the same lane and they had slide. Well, they did tell me they have a carpet with talcum powder that we can use if we're not getting slide. I know that now. Let's see how this goes. And since it is a computerized scoring system, I will recite the first half and then show you the screen for the second. For those of you that are not in the know, lanes 33 and 34 are lanes that were used on a Candlepin TV show, Candlepin Stars and Strikes, which featured Mike Morin, which long gone because TV station wanted to make more money, even though the show was actually doing good in the ratings. Frame 3. Niner, hello. Happy Friday, Jeff. Oops. I hit the wrong thing. I want to see the... Suppose I... Yes, Dosh, that was a horrible day. And your situation even worse. All right, frame 4. As strange as it is, the only reason I'm here at this time is we get Good Friday off at work. Make up for the lack of holidays. Welcome to Candlepin Bowling. I'll take it. I'll move this camera a little bit. The chat button is a little blocked. I think the phone's stable. There we go. What a difference the ability to slide makes. That's a 10, and this is a halftime report. Oh, the font's a little tough to read. 989, 8 and a 10. I have tied my all-time low single of 44, which, as I said, is my low. My high is a 139, done at Putnam's. High trip 314, done at New Palace upstairs of all places. And yeah, I think I covered everything. Pie in the sky, but I was hoping. Niner. The automatic scoring they use here isn't really that bad. Rarely ever does it screw up. Although I think it chipped me a ball in one game. It gave me a pin too many in another. Yeah, there was a ball floating in the gutter. It probably caught it. wishing that was a ball 2 moment there with an 8. And this is still not over enough. Back the camera a little bit so I can raise this slightly. And yes, Dosh, I am. So I'll be fair. Oh, I think the closest state to you having Candlepin is Ohio. There's 2 places that have it there. Supposedly a third, but no verification of that. Alrighty. Now you might notice in the title it says possible. It mentions possible copyright issues because this is a house that plays music. They've shut it off when no one was here, and they haven't turned it on yet. As Bob Gamir would say, the Fall Hossman. As I say, the bowling god's middle finger. All right, 2 frames to get 10. Of course, I state this every time because people may not know, but average ability according to the ICBA standards of casual league bowlers is 90. And most people vary by 10 typically. So 80 to 100 is pretty good. Again, I just need 10 in these 2 frames to hit the bottom end. There we go. All right, last frame with El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Let's find out. I think 10 will do. Spoiler alert, second strike of the day. Thank you, Brandon. Thanks again, Stosh. 2 El Stinko the bonus balls to wrap this one up. And for the first time ever at Leda Lanes, I broke 100. Before I throw, there's 3 places I have got a double. Putnam Street Lanes, because it's Putnam Street. Acton Bowlodrome, because it's a juiced house. And oddly enough, Brian's Bowlaway Harrison to Brian's. Let's see what the 2 bonus balls add up to. Not here. But 8 at the worst, not bad. So we're either looking at a 108, 109, or a 110. The answer is C. I don't know how well it's coming out. It's kind of dark, but it is a 110. The first time I ever broke 100 at Leda. Another El Stinko that actually saved the day. All right. Before we start the next game, look at. Take your time, Stosh. That's what he says. Hello, it's a rare pleasure. I actually get to watch you live. Thank you, Evo. So close. YouTube must be glitched. It says 0 people are watching. YouTube is like that. The number that it says are watching is never correct. Mine says 7 right now. All right. So, yeah. That's technically 3 marks in a row, and in Candlepin bowling, that's considered a turkey. So let's start game number 2. But before that, I'll move my counter marker. There are now 7 balls, house balls left in the tray, so I won't lose count. Because this place is pretty expensive, and if I can, I like to do at least a dozen or 10 if the sheet only has 10. Funny thing is, one of those type of bouncy balls actually got me a strike. Eight to start with. Also, another spoiler alert. So far, no games of mediocrity. Everything has been good, at least an 80. Damn, I hooked the first ball. Ten. Again, because work had today off, I recorded Watch Me Suck earlier. And we're here just because it's a long haul. Let's make something of it. Do the live or impromptu. In this case, live. From what I understand, the skill level of this house is average ability. So it's not easy, it's not hard. Although the non-TV side on where the first 18 are, that's supposedly a tougher place. And no, it won't go. Then it did go. Nice thing about this automatic scoring system, it actually does count the late pins. I believe it's a Brunswick 2000. All right. And as I have said in Watch Me Suck at Bowling, that future episode. This is the one discipline where I can, but not always, I can hold my own. Snuck around that piece of wood for the spare. You know what that means. Means it's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Yes, Dosh, that happened to me that happens. I hate it, then trying to correct an automatic scoring system. Oh, the fun, depending on what it is. El Stinko time, let's see what we get. Okay. El Stinko left us a crappy leaf, but a 7 fill. What is a piece of wood that could help get rid of the 9? Curse of the fill, the 7. But the halftime ain't too bad. The 8, the 10, the 9, a spare, and then the 7, which is what was the fill for 4. We are at a 51 at the half, which is not too bad. Spare. Now, it actually is a warm day here in New England. It's in the mid to upper 70s. They do not have the air conditioning turned on, so I will apologize in advance because people have mentioned it before that because of this. You may see that it's taking effort to play the game. I'll leave it at that. El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? El Stinko lives up to its name of the 3. Niner. Shot in the dark, but was worth trying. Dethrone the king for a 10. 2 frames to go. 18 away from 3 digits. Eight away from 3 digits. Ever had a clean game? Well, in candlepin bowling, it's known as a perfect game, in which if you get all 10 pins down on every frame, it's considered perfect. So you could have a minimum perfect score of 100, which never happened. Closest to ever coming to a perfect game was 4 frames in a row of 10 or better, and it was in the grease pit known as Acton Bowlodrome. Not many people get it. Even the pros usually don't get them. So the answer would be no. Anyway, 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. Can this be the 4th house where I've got at least a double? Nope. Worst case of 5. Although it ultimately helps us score a 6 fill a strike, ain't all that great. And again, we've hit 3 digits. And, well, that's the worst frame I've had in a while. Again, I don't know how the quality is, but that's a 105. Two 3-digit games in a row. Being that these 3 games is oh good, because the reception quality is a little, it's passable. It's bordering between slightly weak and okay. So when I do Watch Me Suck at Bowling, the first 3 games go towards my triple. If I continue with an impromptu or live, like I'm doing now, those first 3 games count. And right now, it could be, finally, the long-standing triple might be gone. But the thing is, I won't really, actually I will know, because it was 110 plus 105. So far, we're looking at a 215. Oh, gee, I need a 99. I need 100 to break it. 3. Another ball into the counter so I don't lose track. If that was frame 10. You know, the bonus balls. Well, I don't think it can start much better than that. Bonus points! I guess this is the bonus round. That's happened quite a bit here. See, this is what happens when you take something that works and put relay logic in it. It all worked on points, like old cars. Then they replace the points with relay logic, and every now and then, something like that happens. Although here, it seems to be happening a lot. 2 El Stinkos. Can we get a double? Make this the 4th house where I've done it. As they say in French, that was actually more of a safety throw. I wanted more points than to get the spare. Worked out better than I thought. 9 Phil. And there goes the perfect game. 9. Oh well, I'm away from a perfect game by 1 so far. Oh, I managed a 10-pin Greek church. For those of you who don't know, a candlepin one is the whole back row and the 4 and 6. Too far to the left. Two pins away from a perfect game. Ball too late. All right, I think I'll stop counting. 3 pins away from what could have been a perfect game. But we're not even, don't matter really. Anyway, halftime, strike and 1. 9 and 2, which was the fill for 1. 10 and 3, 9 and 4 and 5. 56. Pin plates here are fairly level, so it's rare that I'm actually going to have to wait for a pin to settle down. I think it finally has. apart a little bit, but still not too bad. 8. Everything but actually making contact with the 9. Or 9. Double wood. Yay. As my buddy Chris would say, 8 is great. 19 for 3 digits. 2 frames. Unless I mark, I can kiss that high triple goodbye. I need 11 to break it. 10 to match it. This could be it. We can tie it and get a bonus ball. Or we can just tie it. My high triple's a 314, it's a 313. Not a bad game though. All right. 98 is still not bad. 1 away. But even then, the 1 would be just to tie it. All right, next game. You can't see it. I'll show you. There are the house balls. There actually is a gap. When every time I start a new game, I put 1 away in there, which rolls down to the bottom. When 1 of those is left, that's the last game. Because there's nothing telling you what game you're on or how many you've played. So that's how I'm counting. I didn't need to watch me suck because 4's enough. All right, I hit reset and it didn't reset. There we go. Next one. Wrong side. Have a good one, Brandon. Eight. Yay! It's time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? El Stinko stinks with a 2.5 Worcester on the right. I don't know how Dave Madeler likes that leave. It is pretty when it goes, and being on the right and a right-hander, that's not good. Made it work, sort of. Nine from a half Worcester. Hey, for me, that's pretty good. I think the bowling gods say, you must make this half Worcester, and then you must suck right after it. Left the middle finger for 9. Oh, halftime report. 7-8, spare. 9 and 4, the first 2 being a half Worcester in the fill. And then another half Worcester and another 7 going with it for 9. 4 45, beating my all-time low by 1. Halfway through. Oh God, the dreaded Woolworth. 5 and 10 and no wood. Yeah, that's a pain to get. Oh boy, a narrow 4-pin leave. Oh, I love those. And a cruddy 6. To hit the bottom end of average, 2 more frames, we need 11. Crediting me with 1 extra pin. At the end, I'll fix it. Now entering Union Station. It says I have 6, but clearly you can see this 5. Went with the safe 7, so I gotta go to the counter because you can't fix it yourself. All right, score's fixed. The guy is amazed that this is the only one it's happening to. Well, look who's playing. That's the only answer you need. All right, we need at least 4 to hit the bottom end of average. We made it there, but we gotta wait for that piece of wood to settle down. Way too thin on the head pin. If this is my worst game, I'm having a good day. Most in Candlepin chat forums still be laughing anyhow. Got me an 86. All right, no new comments, or I will say that if you are commenting and I'm not responding, chances are this YouTube is famous for kind of missing the live chat. And sometimes I go back and I see like half of the comments never register up here. All right, one more in the car. Three to go. Plug this in. I keep forgetting to do that, because the battery will die if I don't. Four horsemen, right. Rarely do I leave the four horsemen on its own at first ball. Rarely do I get a spare from the four horsemen. In a couple of weeks, there's tryouts for Putnam Street Lanes thing, and hopefully I can bring that to you live. Thank you, Chuck. So I've recolored the engravings in the ball, so if someone has the same balls I do, I can tell which ones are mine. And this one's El Stinko for right now. Let's see what El Stinko gives us. Wow, did that one stink. Crappy leave and a 4. 4 helps, but I could have been better. Well, bad ones will happen, especially to me. That kind of takes away from the spare a little bit, but it's still a fairly healthy score. Bowling odds middle finger for 9. Here's our friend Bob Caleri again. Again, let's see if we can show him the door. He's very stubborn. Oh, but the four horsemen replace him. Will it? Well, too late. Because in Candlepin bowling, once the sweeper starts its journey, it's a dead field. Niner. That's why, especially in Candlepin, why everyone hates automatic scoring. Because if that pin fell, if we had control of it, it would count. In this case, if it fell, it wouldn't have. Phone's picking up all that loud bass-like noise. This is a major truck route. There's literally a 4-lane highway outside. In fact, it's literally about 20 feet behind the back wall, wherever that is. So I don't know if the pin setters are all the way to the back wall or there's a mechanics area that spans beyond it. Fancy schmancy didn't work. Halftime report. The spare and 1. The lousy 5 and 2, which made the fill. 999. 46 half. Good afternoon, Tom. I do what I do well at, blowing it. Niner. That has to have been the most laziest half Worcester I ever threw. The king refused to follow the others, but I told him to obey on ball 3. That's a 10. King refused this time. Niner. 2 to go. 16 away from middle of average. I went cockeyed. 8. And speaking of 8 to hit the middle average, we are already at the bottom. And a cruddy 6. Again, not too bad. Especially for my talent, which is, you put that in air quotes, the word talent. All right, one more into the counter. I keep forgetting about the reset button. There we go. An undeserved 7, meaning I shouldn't even got that. Well, here's the collapse. Looks like they're all not going to be good. niner. Like I said before, it's a warm day. It's in the mid-70s. I don't have the air conditioning on. So I apologize in advance if the effort is showing. Someone has brought that to my attention before. Air too far to the left, but just enough to get the spare. That could put this one back on track, especially El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will this bonus be? And for those of you who wonder why I call it El Stinko, the emphasis on a bonus usually makes them worse. Yeah, there's a really bad storm system out there. Tomorrow we're supposed to get thunderstorms and rain and a little wind, nothing horrendously bad. And yet again, it's crediting me with more than I got. That's a 9. It's going to give me a 10. I had to finish the frame before he could fix it. Actually, I think he just... Okay, there it is. He fixed it. Gave him a thumbs up. Here's the halftime of shame. 7, 5, 9. Not a spare. And then a 9, 3 of those making the fill. On the plus side, it's a 43.5, so we're on the bottom end of average. Who saw that one coming? I didn't. It did go where I shot it, though. I just didn't think it would actually be a spare. Yeah, they say the scoring system's nearly flawless, but I bring the stink where I go. It seems to not like me too much. El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will it be? Will it give me the right number? Well, Stanko stinks with the leave. The fill of 6 isn't that bad. That's the one thing I hate about this, I believe, Brunswick 2000 is you can't correct the scores. You have to finish the frame, go to the counter, and they fix it. Curse of the fill, that barely stayed on for the 7. Oh boy, high-low jack, but there's wood to help. In a couple of weeks, if I could knock this down with 1 ball with no wood, I could win 10 grand. But my number has to be chosen. I actually aimed for the 10 pin, but hey, I'll take it. Especially when it gives me extra points. All right, 14 away from middle of average, 2 to go. That's one of the worst leaves. Piece of wood, though. Might help. She did. What a horrible train wreck the first half was. El Stinko, the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? 4 will get us to 90. A lot more could actually get us to 3 digits, maybe. Screwed. We made it to 3 digits. I know, wood player. Candlepin, we'll take it anyway. This frame ends with El Stinko, the bonus ball. And the king refuses to go down. Another really good game for me. Alrighty, here's our counter. When this one's left, that means that's the last game, because there's no way to know what game we're on. So 2 to go. Pretty good, says Stosh, and I think it was. Thank you. Two more. All right. Alrighty, plug her in. $5.13 for 5. Let's pick up an extra point, says John. Alrighty, game 11. This place is not cheap either. It's probably like a $70 night. Actually, more like a $60 night, leaving a new palace left with no wood. Wow, just wow. Can't say I wish it was ball 2 because it did the same thing. Niner. Again, the new palace left and no wood. Again, a similar 9. Drop that one. Kiss that one for 9. And 7. Halftime. 9-9, 10-9, 7. Tied my high low. High low. That makes no sense. Tied my low score of 44. Only difference is that's not after 10. Oh boy, new palace left with, well, that wood could help. Not the one in the gutter, but the one next to it. Niner. Crappy 5. That would be an 8. Need 14 to hit the bottom end of average. 2 to go. Make that 4 to go. El Strico, yes. And with El Strico means 2 El Stinkos. Can this be the 4th house where I get a double? The answer is no. El Stinko 1 lived up to its name with a 1. Let's see if 2 can make up for it. Nope, the wrong pins were gone. 6 fill ain't too bad, but yeah, we're on a strike, not too good, but the end score's all right. One away from the middle of average, which still ain't too bad. '89. We put this ball away, and guess what that means? That's our indicator. Last house ball, last game. If we can get 80 points or more, just a measly 80 points or more, this will be a very rare moment that no stinkers are on the sheet. Will it happen? It looks like I joined at the right moment, just before that strike. And the final game. So far, not a stinker yet. final game. I'm surprised I never turned the music on. Thankfully. Unfortunately, the first game and a half on Watch Me Suck, there was music. So close. We start with 9. Nope, 7. Putting the house ball back in while I'm stuck. That'll be an 8. It's giving me 9. Gotta get the first. Go to the desk. I tell you, I got to be the only person that has a horrible time with the scoring system. They say this never happens. It does, but not this often. I bring the stink where I go. Double pinochle, prune juice for everyone. Little known fact, that even is what they call it in 10-pin as well, although rarely ever used. All right, we're maintaining, but I would like to do better than that. I guess this is how it's going to end, with a stinker. So much for a no stinker visit. Seven. Again, it's giving me a point that I didn't get. 9, 7, 8, 9. And we'll call 5 a 6, even though it wasn't really that frame. It gave me an extra point. We're at 39. It says 40. I'm going to have him correct another frame later on. That's a 10, so we can't have that one corrected. Niner. All right, time to make this day again. I just chose, I know I chose frame 9 to correct. Even though I did get 9, I had him put an 8, so at least the number is correct. 5, just need 5 pins, and we will not have a stinker on the entire sheet. And there you have it, a very rare instance where not a single game was under 80. And this also was my worst game. And if this is a worst game, it was not a bad day for me. The pros will be laughing, but who cares about them? That is the lowest one of the day. Not a single game, spoiler alert, including Watch Me Suck at Bowling, was under 80. So that will be it. This was live from Leda Lanes, which also was wrapping up the season of Watch Me Suck at Bowling, because come June, if everything goes the way it's supposed to, we'll be bringing back King of the Palace Summer Edition. This is George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.